What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to introduce you to somebody. This oxygen thief, pictured up here, is Abdul Rahim Suleiman of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Shout out. This 38-year-old man is currently locked up with a $10 million bond, ladies and gentlemen. And he did something horrific to his girlfriend and her two children, ages 6 and 4, especially the 6-year-old. Go ahead and take a look at this video. It'll explain everything to you, why his bond is high, this guy cutting up in court. In my opinion, I think he's trying to act like he crazy. But if I ran stuff, it'd be I got a cure for all ills. People that do stuff like this. Take a look.
Well, a child assaulted yesterday in Bridgeport will likely not survive.
And that comes from the state's attorney as the man accused in the attack went before a judge in an eventful bail hearing. NBC Connecticut's Kyle Jones joins us live in Bridgeport with what happened. Kyle?
Hey, Kevin and Amber. Yeah, so that judge did order Abdul Rahim Suleiman held on $10 million bail in this case of the alleged assault on the children and the mother there. Now, the bond hearing started at 12:10, and that was after a delay because of another alleged assault by the defendant in this case. Abdul Rahim Suleiman stood surrounded by 7 bailiffs in court today for an arraignment in connection with the beating of 2 kids and a woman yesterday. The judge setting the bail at $10 million. State's Attorney Craig Nowak called the assault on the victims gruesome. It happened yesterday morning, and according to court documents, multiple 911 calls in came for help. Street cameras captured Suleiman jumping out of the second-floor window head first with a bat into a trash can, and he was arrested with blood on himself and the bat. The report says a 6-year-old victim had a visible hole in his head. In court, Nowak declined to provide a full status on the child, but said this.
I will say to the court that I can disclose that the likelihood of survival of this individual is close to 0.
And the hearing was delayed this morning because of another alleged assault by Suleiman.
According to the marshals, this individual, while down in lockup, slapped one of the marshals in the face and then spit on one of the other marshals.
He remained surrounded by bailiffs, 2 of them never leaving his side, and he stood open-mouthed. He even appeared to slump over at one point. Back out in the neighborhood, people are shocked to hear what happened to the children and their mother.
That's sad. You know, nobody deserved to be hurt. It's very sad. And like I said, we just got to pray for our children.
So we're told that the 4-year-old in this case is recovering. But if that 6-year-old does pass away, the state says that they are prepared to bring murder charges in this case. Now, Suleiman is being held on $10 million bail, and he has also been put on suicide watch. His next court hearing is on October 10th, and that's going to be in Part A court for more serious crimes. Live in Bridgeport, I'm Kyle Jones, NBC Connecticut News. Guys, back to you.
All right, guys, I want to read you a news article. And the little boy that you see on there is 6-year-old Jothan Escobar. This guy right here, this little boy, is the one that they said had the hole in his head. And this is an update. It reads as follows. A Connecticut man is accused of a brutal attack on his 2 young stepsons and his wife that has reportedly left her 6-year-old boy brain dead. Abdul Rahim Suleiman, age 38, of Bridgeport, faces a host of charges, including 3 counts of attempted murder in connection with the case. Online court records show. Jothan Escobar, age 6, is on life support and has been declared brain dead as a result of the attack, his family told local news outlet WFSB. They are praying for a miracle. He was always so happy, Sasha Haran, Jothan's cousin, told WFSB. Just before 10 a.m. on Wednesday, September 23rd, the woman called 911 begging for help. Please help us, she screamed into the phone, and banging could be heard in the background. According to an incident report, he's hitting us, she said, he's hitting us with a bat. Moments later, Suleiman allegedly captured on surveillance video jumping out of the upper window and landing headfirst into a garbage dumpster before swinging the bat around, the report claims. An officer spotted Suleiman muttering to himself with blood on his hands and his arms and was taken into custody, the report alleges. Inside the apartment, the woman, who was bleeding and had a hole in her head near her eye, cradled Jothan, who was bleeding profusely. While performing CPR on Jothan, officers said they could see visible brain matter in the hole at the top of his head, the report alleges. Man, the two boys and their mother were rushed to local hospitals. Both boys were later airlifted by helicopter to a pediatric emergency center at Yale New Haven Hospital in New Haven, Connecticut. Jothan's 4-year-old brother's condition was upgraded to stable and he is expected to survive. But Jothan, the likelihood of survival for this individual is close to zero, Assistant State's Attorney Craig Nowak said in court. Suleiman, a convicted felon, is also charged with 3 counts of first-degree assault, 2 counts of risk of injury to a child, and criminal possession of a firearm. He is facing separate charges for allegedly hitting a judicial marshal and spitting blood on another, according to court records. He is being held on a $10 million bond. Jothan remains in critical condition at a local hospital. Director of Public Information for the city of Bridgeport tells the news from an email. And gentlemen, I ask you, how evil is that? There's no amount of justice or incarceration you can give somebody for doing that type of devilish stuff. You can't. That's why I say the laws need to change. People are not scared of American punishments no more. This guy's a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the woman knew this or not, but this guy brutally attacked a woman and 2 children that was not his with a steel aluminum baseball bat. Beat the child so bad with the bat that he knocked a piece of his fucking skull off. Him. Jimmy Superfly Snooker. Him. Flying off the top rope out the window head first, landing on the ground, muttering and swinging the bat. I'd have shot him on sight. Let the chips fall where they may. This type of stuff right here is messed up. A lot of people might be like, oh, Steve, you be going to extremes, but what you'll say you'll do to somebody. What if it was your kid? You got to go to the hospital and see your son brain dead on so many monitors to keep him alive, and he in suspended animation because this guy tried to kill him. A baby. How would you feel then? That's messed up. You can already look at him and tell he out of his mind. I wonder the chick seen that when she first met him. I wonder if she even knew he was a felon. There's so many people out here, man, that be getting mixed up with dudes like this and then crazy stuff happen to them. This is hurtful. These children didn't pick this dude to be with their mom. And I mean, maybe he came off nice in the beginning, then got controlling like a lot of people do. Sometimes you never know people until you live with them or whatever. Now it said this guy was married to her and it was his stepkids. That's even worse because that means he knows the father of these people. I wonder what even started it to have him to where he turned the bat on the kids while she on the phone calling for 911. He beating the kids. They said they heard thudding in the background. He killing the kids while she on the phone with the cops. Ain't scared of the police. Ain't scared of jail because he been there before. Whose fault is that? When people do violent crimes, their asses need to be locked up for a long time. To where they so old, they can't be a threat to no damn body else. Seriously. Or doing stuff like this, they need to be taken right outside and taken to a tree stump and dispatched. Save taxpayer dollars. So that's the thing about America. A lot of money goes to frivolous things that don't matter and things that don't have to be. When I was in the courtroom last week at the Tyree Nichols trial, the judge said, this is the way it's always been, the justice system, to keep order. And okay, well, why is there so much disorder out here now? Why is there so much disorder out here now? this guy got a $10 million bond. I'm going to show you something. He can take a deal and just go right to prison. He'll take a deal. They'll offer him a deal when he offered the woman and them kids none. He'll take a deal and avoid going in the courtroom and being confronted with his crimes and the shame in front of family members that want to tear his head off, all at the stroke of a pen, and he'll go right damn stream and nobody will ever get justice. See? Locking somebody up is not justice for certain crimes. The crimes that are despicable, distasteful, tragic, involving children, or people that can't defend themselves, it's only one option, and that's to look at the flowers. And the faster they get that done, the better off we'll be as citizens. People are out here doing crimes without no regard of them going to jail because ain't nobody scared of that shit no more. 6 years old, didn't get a chance to know anything. Him and his brother. Now they said the brother's 4 years old and he'll survive, but this 6-year-old is gone. He's brain dead. He's on life support. Most likely that was the last update they had. This was like, what, 6 days ago? Hurtful. These people got to say their final goodbyes. Father feeling bad because he probably wasn't there, and he wasn't there, and this happened to his kid. Family torn because even though that little boy didn't mean nothing to Mr. Suleiman, he meant something to a whole lot of other people. Not only did that little boy lose his life and other people get beat, but it took something out of a lot of people that cared about them and probably cared about his dumb ass. But don't matter now. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.